Where y'all at, y'all? This one for the Christians. I deal with the Muslims later. But we got to deal with these Christians. Jesus, Jesus this, Jesus that, Jesus this. Bunch of bullshit. I ain't finna cut no corners with y'all. I need the Christians to come out tonight and defend Jesus. Come on, Christians. Where you at? Come on. We talking about people that love Jesus more than they do their own children. Some of them do. They believe this man walked on water, did all this miraculous shit, believe he could do anything. If they believe he could do so much, like heal the sick and all this, and they believe him so much, they shouldn't even be going to the doctor. Just call on Jesus. See how far that shit gonna get you though. You don't get too far with that. I'm just saying. I seen the video with this pastor. Shit was funny as hell to me. Butt naked now. He was but damn near naked. Yeah, he just had something over his private area covering. But he wanted to prove a point. You know, that God will protect him. Yeah, pretty sure y'all already know what happened with this one. He wanted to prove a point that his faith in God was so strong and that he was such a believer in God that God would protect him. He took some boiling hot water, and his idea of God protecting him was that he wouldn't get burnt at all. You know, the water wasn't going to do nothing to him. So he's sitting there with his eyes closed, looking like he in heavenly paradise, looking, with his eyes closed, like, basically he was looking like, God is going to protect me. So they dumped that boiling water on top of his head. Shit, his ass almost jumped to the damn sky. God did not protect him at all. At all. I think people have Christians anyway. Well, not just Christians. This go for all, damn near all religions. They have made up some fictional type shit. Like a deity that really truly doesn't reveal itself in the time of need. Let me explain. We got JS. JS, what's up with you? We got millions of people, just like the people in Haiti right now. They ain't got nowhere to go. They starving, running out of food. God ain't doing shit. We just looking at the facts. God ain't doing shit. But they say, Jesus, he love everybody. God is good all the time. This is what they say now. This is what the Christians say. Won't he do it? But in reality, this God they talking about ain't doing shit. Ain't doing shit. Let me tell you what it said in the Quran, y'all. Check this out. It say, Allah changes Allah changes not a people's condition till they themselves change their condition. So in other words, you the God of your own destiny. That's what the shit say. It say Allah changes not a people's condition until they change it themselves. Then we got Christians talking about Jesus was with God in the beginning. Right. Still waiting on him to come on the damn clouds. But yet, matter of fact, we're going to deal with that for a second too. The Christians believe Jesus coming on the cloud, he going to float, coming with his angels and all this. But if you mention to the average Christian, they'll make fun of a person when they talk about a UFO. Now this Jesus coming out the clouds, according to what they tell, and according to the Bible, it say he comes through the clouds, displaying awesome power and glory. And if you mention something about an extraterrestrial to a Christian, they'll laugh at you. If you mention something about a spaceship, they'll laugh at you. But yet, we on a big ass spaceship right now. We in space. This planet right now is in space, spinning on its own axis, orbiting, rotating with the sun around the zodiacs. So we in space on a big ass spaceship, but apparently common sense has ran its course and it's no longer around. But a Christian can believe that a man can come out of space, which makes him an extraterrestrial, but yet they'll make mockery about extraterrestrial, saying ain't no such thing as no damn extraterrestrial. Don't even make no fucking sense. Don't even know how to use their own common sense because they have been totally mentally incarcerated by a book. If he coming out of space, out the cosmos, that makes him an extraterrestrial. The Jesus they talking about is a damn extraterrestrial, just based off common sense. But let's just use common sense with this shit. They say he went off in space, he's supposed to die. Where y'all Christians at? I need y'all Christians in this chat. Because y'all can question me and I'll question you right back. But yet he went off in space, floating around on a cloud. This sounds like some Aladdin and the damn genie in the magical robe shit. You know, the magic rug. Well, he was flying on a magic carpet. But they'll look at that as some fictional fairy tale shit. Aladdin in the magic carpet. But yet Jesus can float on the cloud. These niggas. They done made up some shit that when you do real research on, don't even exist. Basic knowledge. Like, goddamn, the J was just made like 500 years ago. And in the Aramaic language, or the Hebrew language, there's no such thing as a J in those languages. So 2,000 years ago, there was no such thing as a man named Jesus. It's impossible. Because the alphabet didn't even possess a J. They calling on somebody that didn't even exist 2,000 years ago. Shit don't even make no damn sense. If you was able to transport that real historical figure, the Yahshua, till today's time and let them time travel, first of all, they wouldn't believe who he is. They wouldn't even believe who he say he is. All the ones that believe in this mythical Jesus, they wouldn't even believe him if he came. If he started doing all them type of miracles that the Bible claimed that he's doing, man, they'll say that nigga doing voodoo. He into some witchcraft. All these hypocrite ass folks running around here. Let a nigga run around this bitch doing all the miracles. He into whoop, he doing voodoo, all that witchcraft shit. Oh, that ain't real. That's fake. That ain't real. But yet they believe, so-called believe, that a man could do all this miraculous shit in the Bible. Even the ones that profess the Bible, like judges and shit, they make you swear on the Bible that you're gonna tell the truth, nothing but the truth, and all this bullshit on the Bible that they so-called believe in, which they really don't believe in. Because the motherfuckers are Freemasons, but they play the game with the masses. But they'll let you swear on the Bible, put your right hand or left hand up and swear on the Bible, which is a Freemasonic sign, actually. Put your hand on the book and hold one sign up. That means that you are basically condemning yourself. That means to condemn yourself. Did you know that? That's a Freemasonic symbol. When you hold your hand up, the right hand, and put another hand on the book, that means you are condemning yourself. It's a Freemasonic symbol. That's what it means. Niggas don't even know that shit. So they basically making you say to them on the esoteric level that you are condemning yourself to some bullshit at that. Because you can get there on the stand and say, Jesus made me do it. The Spirit of God jumped in me. Because according to the Bible, spirits jump in. God sends spirits to people. God sent the spirit to Pharaoh in the Bible and hardened his heart. But you say that shit to a judge, they're going to put your ass in a mental institution somewhere. Because they really don't believe the bullshit in the Bible. But a Christian will bang that Bible like they in a damn Crips of Bloods. Talking about a man floated on a damn cloud and shit. Talking about, I hear Christians all the time, they tell me they talk to God. What goddamn God? I just want to know. They be talking, they'll tell me that I'm talking crazy. The average Christian don't know no other entity outside of the God in America that they was taught about, which is Jesus. They don't know nothing about all these other cultures that profess these different deities that predate this Jesus character by thousands of years. If you want to know the oldest deity on the planet or the oldest God on the planet, all you gotta do is find the oldest people on the planet. And when you find the oldest people on the planet, you find the oldest deity on the planet. And the oldest people on the planet are the Twas or the Pygmies. And they say Ptah is the creator God. They ain't said nothing about no goddamn Jesus. If you go to a Twa and mention the name Jesus, they probably gonna look at you like you done lost your damn mind. Like, what the fuck is that? We don't know nothing about that shit. And we talking about the oldest people on the planet. The first people on the planet. So if you want to go to the origin of when God was thought of or was even brought on the scene, you gotta go to the oldest people on the planet. They talk about Bess, which is another form of Ptah, a dwarf god, a pygmy. Yeah, though. I had to mute her right quick. My children up in there, they loud as hell. But yeah, if you want to go to the origin of God, go to the origin of the oldest people on the planet, child. Then when you look at the word Christian in the French language, it comes from the word Cretan. I was just checking out some shit one day I was bored. And the shit mean a stupid person. That's what it means. I ain't make shit up. That's what it means. So, bottom line, when they came up with this Christianity, they basically said, you got to be a stupid motherfucker to believe this shit we making up. And then they claim that this God is a spirit. What, any Enlil and Inky? We'll get there in a minute on this Inky and Enlil. But they claim that this God in the Bible is a spirit, right? But when you go to the book of Genesis, Abraham and Sarah met with 3 wise men. Now they say that the third one was the Lord. Now this Lord had feet because Abraham told the Lord to rest himself under a tree while he go fetch water to wash his feet, right? So that means that God had feet, and apparently the motherfuckers can get dirty because Abraham washing his feet. And then it tells you that Sarah went and made ready a calf and all this and some food. Physical food now. Spirits don't eat physical food. Man, Christianity is so elementary to me. Damn. And then, also in the Bible, it tells you that the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. So this God in the Bible is a man. But the Christians will say, it ain't no man. God is a spirit. Then it tell you Moses spoke face to face with God, such as a man speak to his friend. Them some the confusion. But yet you can't see God. See, most of these guys in the Bible are Anunnaki. Inky and Enlil. That's who it is. Right. Contradiction all over the damn Bible. Then the Christians, they say stuff like, I know what Jesus did for me. Just like the placebo effect. That's what it is. I just want to know, what was this Jesus fella during the 400, damn near 400-year bondage? That's what I want to know. I want a Christian to come on here and tell me, where was Jesus at when black people were being lynched, hung, and mistreated? I want to know. I mean, that's a legitimate question, right? I just want to know. What was it? What was this Jesus fella when these black people were in the church praying to Jesus? And the Caucasian will come up in there and gun them down or set fire to the buildings and burn them alive. I just want to know. I need somebody to be honest and tell the truth and stop trying to decorate shit. Come on, Christians. I want to know. When you look at history, the people that really worship Jesus the most, which are black people, what we call today black people, they got no benefits from this Jesus fellow on a daily basis. Jesus did not come to their aid. These are just the historical facts. So something should tell you that This is not your friend. A true friend will come to your aid. If you broke down, we should all have that one friend we know we can call on. Now, Jesus is supposed to be y'all one friend y'all can call on. Okay? But yet, ain't shit getting did. Y'all have an imaginary friend. When you call on them, ain't shit happening. Nothing. I don't give a fuck what you say and how good you try to make it sound. Ain't shit happening. You ain't getting no results. We need results. That's what we need. Results. Not all that sound good, make you feel good shit. We need results. You can be in a burning building. You got time to make a phone call the fire department. These niggas will be calling on Jesus. These niggas will call on Jesus. Instead of picking up the goddamn phone and calling the fire department. God damn it. Man, it's over with, y'all. This shit is over. Man, over. I tell y'all what, y'all go, Christians, since y'all believe in Jesus so much, that Jesus gonna save y'all, that he gonna come through for y'all, go put it to the test. You know? Shit. Go get on top of your roof and see if Jesus gonna catch your ass when you jump. I mean, they say he walked on water and shit. He levitated on the cloud. Y'all see how crazy that shit sound? So go get on top of your roof and jump and see if Jesus put it to the test. Since you believe in him so much. And see if you don't bust your ass. I'll never forget when I was a little boy. I was watching this damn cowboy movie. Never forget this shit. Shit was funny, but it was intelligent. And the cowboy told his other cowboy, he said, "Jeez, God must really love, what did he say? God must really love crazy people." It was either crazy people or stupid people. They're basically the same. And the dude said, "Why would you say a thing like that?" He said, "Because he sure made a whole lot of them. And see, you got all these Christians around this bitch, which is actually a rendition of what that damn cowboy was talking about. Because if you believe Jesus gonna catch your ass from jumping off a building to prove that you believe in him, that he's real, you out your damn mind." So Jesus now overrules common sense, y'all. Common sense has no place when it comes to believing in Jesus. None. But I don't know what I'm talking about, do it. Jesus just wants you to believe. The Bible just wants you to believe. That means that you're blinded. If you're walking on faith and you believe, that means you're blinded. But yet the Bible say, the blind is shit like that. But if you're walking on faith, that means you're blinded. You don't know. You believe. Half all the people that claim they heard the voice of God, you don't know who the fuck that was if you heard a voice. It could have been telepathically. You still don't know who the fuck it was. All people in the beings, entities in this universe, all these different dimensions. You know how many beings can portray themselves to be that which they are not? Just because you heard a voice don't mean it's God. Damn. See how simple-minded people is? They think that can't nobody speak to them other than God. You got people right now that are highly telepathic. Most of the extraterrestrials are highly telepathic. A lot of the llamas in Tibet are highly telepathic. They can send thoughts to you. And the average Christian here and say that's God. You right. Most it's mainly Christians that's taking the jab. And they the main ones be talking about the mark of the beast. Don't take the mark of the beast. The micro. Don't take it. But yet they first ones to go get it. Ptah, I'm gonna tell you something about Ptah. I'm gonna get back on these Christians. I'm gonna speak from personal experience too. I tried Ptah. I tried a lot of the ancient deities that our ancestors talked about. But I tried Ptah. I said this before, I'm gonna say it again. I mentioned this before, but it was in a video a while ago. I'm gonna give it to you like this. I'm gonna tell you exactly how it happened too. Well, almost, cause I ain't gonna give out the ritual. But my mother, she was in a whole bunch of pain with her back. And I did a ritual to Ptah and some of my ancestors. And I got major results. None of that Jesus shit where you don't get no results. You gotta sit there and wonder. See, with the Jesus shit, you gotta sit there and wonder, was this the workings of God? You know, some mystical, mysterious shit that you gotta figure out. And brainwash yourself to thinking that it was God that did it or the Jesus that did it. Nah, my shit was nothing like that. I had instant reaction. Like instant. Like to the point to where the damn house started rumbling. To the point to where the wall went to shaking. Okay? So, yeah, I tried Ptah and I got instant reaction. But I tried, whenever I did my ritual, I called on Ptah and I called on some more ancient deities. And I called on some of one of my ancestors specifically that told me to try it when I had an out-of-body experience and talked to her. She the one told me to try the shit, so I tried it. And it worked. I got instant reaction. And my mother actually got her back healed. And my mama can tell you this shit now. She said she felt static going all through her back while she was laying in the bed. And she ain't had back problems since. So I got instant reactions from calling on Ptah, but I also incorporated some more ancient deities along with my auntie and family members. So I got instant results. Now, as a child, I tried Jesus plenty of times because I was raised as a Christian. And Jesus didn't do shit. I was so sincere. I used to get down on my hands and knees, put my hands together like Christian do, you know, talk to Jesus. Didn't do shit. So I stopped wasting my time with that shit. I ain't getting out of nigga ain't never said shit to me. He never talked back. Matter of fact, I swear y'all, look, I swear I put this on my life and my death. When I used to pray to Jesus, this is no lie. It seemed like shit would go the wrong. It seemed like shit would go bad. It used to get worse. That's why I stopped fucking with Jesus for as a child. I was like, man, there's something wrong with this shit. And my cousin was a preacher. My cousin was a preacher. And I used to be so sincere praying to Jesus. But it seemed like shit got worse. Every time I prayed to Jesus, I was like, man, I can't do this shit. And my cousin, being a preacher she was, a pastor, she used to make us go to church every Sunday. Yeah, we didn't want to go, but they used to make us go. And I used to be up in that bitch sitting down. We used to Fall asleep most of the time. But I used to be up in that bitch, and I'd be up in there I be thinking to myself, this supposed to be the word of God, but for some reason, this is not intriguing. Something ain't right with this shit, because if it's supposed to be the word of God, I'd be on the edge of my seat. I won't be able to fight the shit. You know? Sleep won't even come over me, period. If it's the true word of God. Because they claim that the word of God is living. It's alive. This shit was so damn dead, it was putting me to sleep. And I look around, all my cousins over that bitch sleep. Everybody nodding off. You know, so, and then, you know, we as children, we in the pure state. You know, we being brainwashed while we in the church, of course. But we supposed to be in the pure state, so we the closest thing to what a God state would be. But wasn't none of that shit resonating. So what it taught me was that this is not something that is designed for us as original people, or just this is not the way it's supposed to be. This is not natural. I tried Jesus when I was a little boy. This shit just didn't work with me. I mean, I really tried. Just didn't work. Anybody got any questions? I wish I had some. I don't see this channel right here ain't for Christians. This channel here will run a Christian away. I be talking about demons and Lucifer. It's gonna be hard for me to get a Christian on here to question the, the question of Christian. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be difficult. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I'm just relaxing. Hmm. What I don't get though is they teach this shit every Sunday. They've been teaching it. Like, to me, the shit is it's a dead end. Like, it was given to black people by slave makers. Like, that right there should tell you something ain't right. Man, I'd rather believe in Superman before I believe in some shit that was given to my ancestors by a group of nothing ass motherfuckers. We talking slave makers now. I'd rather believe in Humpty Dumpty if I believe in some shit that was given to my ancestors by slave makers. Boy. And then they brought our ancestors on the shores in a ship called the good ship, the good ship Jesus. That was the first ship they brought to America. They brought you on a ship called the good ship Jesus. Sir John Hawkins did. That say a lot right there. That Jesus was used as a tool to enslave your ass. Jesus was never your friend from the beginning. That's why for damn near 400 years, he didn't come to your rescue. But he damn sure brought your ass over here. The ship did, named Good Ship Jesus. Set your ass up. That's what he did. The Good Ship Jesus did that. The ship was the cheese on the trap. Yeah, it was already like 17 million black people over here, known as what we call today Native Americans. But the ones that they did bring to America, they even had a ship called the Wheel of Fortune, y'all. Did y'all know that shit? The Wheel of Fortune. Ain't that some shit? If you read Secret Societies of America, it tells you that called Wheel of Fortune. And they got a TV show, I don't know if it's still around, but it used to be a TV show called Wheel of Fortune. It was a Wheel of Fortune, all right. They made a fortune off our ass. Free labor. That's a fortune. And then the religion itself, when you look at the foundation is just fucked. Let's look at the foundation, y'all, and see could the when you build it, when you build like a building from a foundation, will it stand? Let's just look at this. The foundation of a Christian is that there's 3 in 1, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. 3 in 1. Not only that, he died for the world's sins so that man could have a way out. Not only that, he removed the curse of Adam because God sacrificed his own son. So God killed a God. So now you got a God killing another God. Okay? Now let's just look at this shit. Think about this now. So 3 in 1. Jesus, the God, Jesus his Father, and then you got the Holy Ghost, which is actually Lucifer. Okay? Because the Holy Ghost is Lucifer, the light bringer. Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about? Go get Secret Teachers of the Ages by Manly P. Hall. Lucifer is the Kundalini. That's the Holy Ghost. I did a video on that about 2-3 years ago and broke it down. I ain't got time to really go into that. If you want more information concerning it, go watch the video. The truth about the Holy Ghost, aka Lucifer. But Lucifer, or the angel Lucifer, the archangel Lucifer, is the same angel that Jacob supposedly wrestled with in the Bible. Remember, Jacob conquered the angel? It didn't tell you what angel he conquered. It was the cosmic current Kundalini. This is when he saw the face of God, a pioneer. Because the Kundalini went up the 33 vertebrae, okay, went up the spine, or the tree of life, the spinal cord, which is the tree of life, because the human body is really the Garden of Eden. Went up the spinal cord, and it say once he conquered the angel, he saw pioneer, hence the pineal gland. So it's talking about, when it's talking about Jacob wrestling with the angel, it's talking about the Kundalini going up, striking the pineal gland. So they say he wrestled with the angel. That's what it's talking about. Okay? But let's talk about this shit. You got Adam and Eve in the Bible, supposed to be the first ones to sin, go against God, but they were made in the image of God. So what does that really say about God if they made in his image? Because the first people he supposedly made in the Bible, they did exactly what God told them not to do. Like, think about this shit. God told them don't eat the apple. They went and ate the motherfucking apple. But God already knew they were going to eat the apple because God knows everything. So basically, God set them up. God set them up for disaster. He knew it was going to happen from the. So this right here tell you that God is a psychopathic maniac. He already knew Adam and Eve were going to fuck up. And he already knew that the whole world was going to be condemned. And he already knew that he was supposed to sit. I'm just, telling you how Christians see it. But they really don't see it this way because they blinded. They really don't use critical thinking. But, so you mean tell me God, he's all knowing. So he knew that Adam and Eve were going to fuck up. Then he knew that his son was going to come. And his son was going to be sacrificed. Just like the Illuminati do. They sacrifice motherfuckers. So the God in the Bible and the Illuminati are one and the same. The God in the Bible is bloodthirsty. He say thou shalt not kill, but he killed. Okay, the biggest killer in the Bible at that. Devil ain't killed nobody. I think he killed about 10 people though. But he did it because God told him to do it. But yet everybody always want to blame the devil. For real, the devil is the most innocent motherfucker in the Bible. Shit sound crazy, don't it? The devil didn't even, you can't even blame the devil. God made the devil. If anybody you gonna blame, you gotta blame God for all of the good and the bad. He created everything, right? According to what Christians say. It was people outside the garden. That's why Cain found the wife. Remember in the Bible it said Cain went into the land of, I think, Norma or something, and he took to himself a wife. So the Bible is so contradictory, it's ridiculous. But the devil ain't killed nobody in the damn Bible except the ones that God told him to. The devil has always been very obedient to God, but yet they say the devil disobeyed God. Apparently God knew that was going to happen to you. You know every damn thing, right? And then Satan ain't the one that send you to hell. God the one send you to hell. He just send you to Satan. Satan just supposedly waiting on you, right? So he can burn in his lake of fire. Christians don't make no goddamn sense when you think about this shit. They make it seem like the devil the worst person on the planet. But yet you got a race of people, history that is written in bloodshed. Man, the history of the Caucasians make this devil in the Bible look like a goddamn angel. Shit. You can't find nowhere in the Bible where the devil killed somebody on his own will. But you got in reality, the reality that we live in this third dimension, you got a race of people that have a long resume of mass murder all over the planet. And yet they always talking about they ain't nothing but the devil. Fuck out of here. They ain't nothing but God. God the biggest murderer in the damn Bible. Shit. Matter of fact, he about the only one doing them. Matter of fact, God is the only one really doing the murdering in the damn Bible. Shit. Y'all don't want to hear that shit, don't do it. Christians always tell me, oh, you going to hell. I don't give a fuck. Care nothing about that shit. At all. I know it's some bullshit. The Bible is Masonic. When they talk about the Garden of Eden and the snake in the garden, Bible, that's talking about the Kundalini. The tree of life is actually the spinal cord. Because the Kundalini is coiled. It's coiled up at the base of your spine. It's coiled up 3 times, like a serpent. So when they say that there was a serpent in the garden, it's talking about your physical body, which is the real Garden of Eden. The real Holy Land is actually the physical body. Ain't shit holy about some land. I can go over there right now. Piss all on the so-called Holy Land. Ain't shit holy about it. Something holy is something that's never been tainted with, something that's never been blemished, something that's never been polluted. That's holy. That's what makes something holy. The so-called Holy Land right now, I can get enough niggas right now. We can go over there right now and cause all type of chaos. Ain't shit holy about no land. The real holy land is your physical body, the black body that is, because it's the only body that can totally digest the cosmic current Kundalini. Because we have functional pineal glands more so than any other race on the planet. Therefore, we can tap into our godhood. That's the real holy land. And the only reason our body is considered holy is because we can tap into those realms due to our neuromelanin and pineal gland being so functional. So all that shit is esoteric. It's definitely Masonic. Definitely. It's a lot of Masonic shit in the Bible. When they talk about the 7 seals, it's talking about the 7 major chakras. When it talks about the 12 disciples, it's talking about the 12 DNA strands. When it's also talking about the 12 zodiacs. And for real, before the Bible was perverted the way it is and made into like a human type Jesus character, the it's really talking about your soul. Wherever it mentioned Jesus at, it's talking about your soul. It's talking about us being inside our heavenly body. That's what it's talking about. But all that was perverted by the Christians to make you think it's literal talking about a certain person 2,000 years ago. But when you do like real research on the shit, you find out that Jesus is a rendition of Heru. And Heru represents us in our higher self or our celestial body. You got all these different bodies and that we can possess. Different dimensional bodies that we can possess. Right? The soul is a spark. The soul is a light. That's the beast 666. Carbon. It's a beast because it imprisoned our physical body. That's why it's a beast. I mean, it imprisoned our soul, our solar body. Excuse me. That's why it's a beast. So you got these molecular cells in our body. It's called a cell for a reason because our soul is imprisoned inside these cells in our body. That's why when you go to each cell or atom in your body, you find specks of light, which are fragments of your soul. Your soul is literally imprisoned inside of these atoms or cells. Our soul is imprisoned in a damn cell. Like niggas go to jail in a cell. Yeah, our soul is in prison. That's why it's considered a beast. 666. Carbon. And you find more information on that in the night. Well, this jealous God, this energy vampire, set that up that way so he can feed off our light photons. Question is, hell mean the halls of Amenti? Yes, but to a Christian, that's not what it means. A Christian really believe that when a person die, they're going to this place of eternal damnation, where they're going to burn for eternity. When in fact, when you use common sense, that which the Bible does not permit, because the Bible just wants you to believe, the Bible just wants you to walk on faith, be blind, deaf and dumb. But when you actually look at it for what it is, when the Christians say you're going to burn in hell for eternity, it's impossible to do that because your soul is a beam of fire. So how can fire burn fire? Shit don't even make no fucking sense. They always talking about selling your soul, but you can't do that yet to sell Jesus to take over land and enslave people. Wait, what? I ain't really understanding that. Rachel Wilson. What book is it that you have? And I'm going to tell y'all something too about this Jesus fellow. It's really Zeus. Hey, Zeus. That's who they really serving. Zeus. And Zeus ain't never gave a shit about the Titans. That's us. We represent the Titans. We know Zeus ain't never gave a shit about no Titans whatsoever. Just look at what they did to Prometheus. Just think about the mythology, y'all. Remember, Prometheus stole the light from Zeus. Zeus held the light, the lightning bolt, which is the Kundalini. But Prometheus went and hid the lightning bolt, the Kundalini. That's what it represents. A book about Amenti. I have had it for a long time. It's very old, but though. Oh, you probably got the Emblem tablets. Amenti is actually the subterranean world, what the Christians call hell. But I done a damn near 2-hour lecture video on the subterranean world. I'll go into it a little bit just to clear some things up in which Christians have no idea about. So when a Christian tell me I'm going to hell, it really brings joy to my soul. They just don't know it. But it makes me smile on the inside. Because that's why I'm trying to go. I've been trying to go that motherfucker for a long time. I've been trying to astral project into the halls of Amenti. I would love to go to so-called hell in the center of the earth. Because from my own research, this is where all of my ancient ancestors went. Those that possess great, vast knowledge. This is where all of the people that we thought extinct, the civilizations that we thought died out, are no longer preserved, are still kept intact, and are evolving to a better state. That's why I want to go there. I definitely want to go to hell. Shit sound crazy, don't it? Because we've been programmed. I'm going to tell y'all something, right? This is according to some of the Chotin Lamas of Mongolia and of Tibet concerning Amenti. There is y'all listen, I'm finna give y'all a layout. It's gonna sound like a movie, but this is the way the shit, when I read it, in Beastmen and Gods by Gerald Osendawaski, this how he give it up. According to these lamas, there was a time when any one of these beings or lamas revealed any information concerning the king of the world that lives in Shambhala, aka what the Christians call hell, but the capital city of hell, which is Shambhala, or the capital city of Agartha, or the subterranean world, in which Christians call hell. That was the time that if any one of these lamas would reveal information concerning the subterranean world, their tongues would be cut out. But according to Chotin Bailey, one of these lamas, he said that the time has came that the world know about the subterranean people and the king of the world that lives inside of it. There is a king in the inner earth. According to the Lama, Chotin Bailey, he says that this king of the world has power of the very molecules that we breathe in. That's what he say now. And that over each city in Agartha, there is a scientist over that. They're like the governors, but they're master scientists. But they all owe allegiance to this king of the world. And that he says that this king of the world has within his own room, his private room, something sort of like a TV, y'all, but it's not a TV. And from this mechanism that he possesses, he's able to see what's going on in different planets. He's able to witness their woes, their foes, and everything that's taking place. He says this king of the world performs a ritual Um, I don't know if it's once a year or some shit, but he performs this ritual sometimes. And he goes over his predecessor. He goes over his it's supposed to be like a vault, like a tomb. And the tomb is in all black, like marble. But there's a clear layer over the tomb where you can see the predecessor that's embalmed. And it looks like he's asleep. And whenever this king of the world goes into his dark chamber, he walks down this path before he gets to this tomb. And tongues of fire blaze up. And before the king of the world, I'm moving too fast, but the king of the world shaves his head, bald head, put on his big ass robe, goes over the tomb, lays his hands out over him like in a prayer formation, and he draws down the thoughts of his predecessor, and they work in harmony with one another. So even though the predecessor, he's physically dead, he's in a higher. So they're now communicating with each other, and now they're on one accord. So they are actually one unit. Tell you what the shit say. And then it says that the king of the world, once he comes on the surface, you don't hear a bird chirp. You don't hear crickets making noise. Everything that's in nature stops. This is according to the Lama Totem Bailey concerning the king of the world that lives in Amenti. Okay? And it also says that what they do to their children. Man, the way that our children are raised concerning to the way that the people of Agartha raise their children, y'all will think these people crazy because we have babied our children so much. Their children are put through trials and tribulations to master pain to the point to where they don't even feel pain. These children, after being, the shit sound like they're being punished to me, y'all. When I was reading this shit, I was like, damn, they doing these children like that. But then they lay these children's, they lay them in these like, lay them in like a tub of water with a bunch of herbs in it. And they perform a ritual over them. And then after that, they bandage them up. This shit sound crazy as fuck. I read this shit like, this how they doing it? Then once they master the art of pain, where they don't feel pain no more from being abused and shit, they put them up under a hypnotic trance, and they cause them to project out of their body through astral travel. And they go with the children to different planets. And the children learn different languages of people from different planets. They learn their way of civilization. They learn their culture. They learn their government structure. They learn the way that they just coincide with each other in society. Then once they master that, they go to another planet and they do the same thing. They sit there and they just watch and learn. This is school for them. The school that we go through is total bullshit. When you relate it to those that live in so-called hell, I mean, they are in a real university. Universe. They are orbit. They are going from. They are all in the universe, going from planet to planet. They are going to different dimensions. They shouldn't even call the schools, colleges, university on this planet. You ain't studying shit about no damn universe in these universities. They keep you trapped in a goddamn hamster cage. You ain't really leaving the fucking planet when you go mentally. You're not leaving the planet. You're not astral projecting. You're not going to different dimensions learning. They're not teaching shit. Who is the king of the world in Shambhala? They call him the Brahmanga, the Brahma. And he has two consorts with him that stick very close to him. Mayanga. One of them is called Mayanga. And the other one, I forget. I know they call him, sometimes they got a word for him, call him Matrion or something like that. But the king of the world is literally, it's a title. It's like president. There will always be a king of the world. Like there will always be a president as long as this governmental structure is. It don't mean that it's a person that live forever. No. Somebody comes and take a term for a long period of time. Once their term is over, somebody else, there's 24 so-called, or well, I ain't gonna say so-called because they're supposed to be elders, wise men. They all get together and they vote on who's the wisest of them all. And whoever is voted as the wisest of them all sits in the seat as the king of the world. So like when you read in the Bible about the 24 elders, it's talking about these 24 scientists that actually determines who will be the king of the world. This is according to Elijah Muhammad's teaching and also the book Beast Men and Gods by Gerald Asendowski. And for a little bit more extensive information concerning that, you can read The Magic Presence by The Magic Presence by Godfrey King. Godfrey King. His name used to be Jess Willard, but he changed his name to Godfrey King. So, anyway, Christians don't know what the fuck they talking about when they talk about hell. Hell ain't what we think it is. Hell is actually a black man's heaven. These people that live in Agartha have hell. The people that live in Agartha, aka hell, Shambhala, Hades. These people have original thought. They were never brainwashed by Caucasians. Today we don't have original thought. These people have original thought. Do you know how precious and valuable that is? To be in your original state? To be in the mind of we talking about a universal mind. A multi-dimensional mind. Not some shit confined to one dimension, a low dimension at that, a third dimension. But Christians shit on hell every day. Shitting on their own fucking, black people that is, black Christians at that. They shitting on their own, they shitting on their own ancestors where they reside at. They shitting on their own salvation. They're shitting on their own real school of thought. A universal school of thought at that. Hell ain't what you think it is. That's why I'm trying to go to hell. Shit. They say it's in the center of the earth, right? That's why I want to go. And then according to the Emblem tablets, there is Thros gives out, and I ain't even tried it yet. I need to try this shit. Thros gives out a ritual that you can do where you can be summoned into the halls of Amenti. But he says that once you enter the gate, there's going to be a guard there. And he said they are surely going to turn you away. And there are certain words that you can say that will permit you to go in. And the words that he says that you should tell them, I am the light. In me is no darkness. That's supposed to be the secret. That's supposed to be like the secret word. You know? I am the light. In me is no darkness. I did that ritual. Did it work? Somebody said they did the ritual. It's real. I floated up out my body. Did you go to the halls of Amenti? I mean, if you floated out your body, that was one step. Were you greeted by some guards? It was miles and miles up. Miles and miles up. I thought the halls of Amenti was below. According to Thoth, the halls of Amenti is under the crust of the earth. There was hesitancy You probably didn't qualify to go there. Everybody is not allowed in the halls of Amenti. Nah, you ain't go to the halls of Amenti. Not according to some of the descriptions I've read, like according to the Emerald tablets, according to the Lama, um, what's his name? Lobsang Rampa, according to what else? The Book of Enoch. It's a place. It just is absolutely beautiful. You will be able to shit. You want something you won't never be able to forget. You'll be speechless of how they explain it, because the way they talk about it, it's spectacular. It's something. It won't be no guessing. You would know. So no, I don't think you went to the. Bro, I don't know, but I did the ritual and remember my astral body going upwards. There's one step to it. See, look, if you come out your body, then you should call on some of the ascended masters, especially those that dwell in the Amenti. You can really summon some shit when you come out your body, because now you can see on the fourth dimension, because you're actually on the fourth dimension. So when you summon something and you come out your body, now you can really see what's going on. You could do a ritual in the physical realm, and if you're not clairvoyant or trained your pineal gland the proper way to see into different dimensions, then you ain't gonna know what the hell you really conjuring up. You just believe that you summoning such and such that you called on. You can do a ritual and call on the deity, but if you're in a different state in which that you have called, you're gonna summon something else. You're gonna summon the energy that you sent out. You could be trying to summon a positive entity and you in a negative frequency, you're gonna get a negative entity, because that's what you in. You're in a negative vibration. So just because you tried to summon a positive being don't mean you're going to get positive results, depending on what type of mood you in and depending on what type of vibration you're on, depending on where your heart is resonating at. That's what you're going to get in return. That's what really determines what you're going to get when you do a ritual of who you're trying to summon. You have to match these entities' frequency. This is the law of attraction. If you don't match that frequency, you're not gonna call them. You call them something else. My energy is intense. There was a supernova on the very morning I was born, so I'm not normal. Are you extraterrestrial? Do you have any any proof that you're not normal? I ain't trying to be sarcastic or nothing. I just asking. Are you like a simian Toko? If so, don't say too much now, cause you know they come from people like that. Oh, okay. Some people born with gifts. It's rare, but some people born with gifts. But you tell a Christian that, they're gonna laugh at you, but yet they believe Jesus did all this miraculous shit. Hypocrites. Yeah, they don't believe that man did all that shit. I could tell her, look, I done levitated out my bed before. And if I tell a Christian I levitated out my bed, they gonna laugh at me. But yet Jesus can levitate and float on a cloud and shit. My soul didn't ascend out out of here yet. I'd love to have me a sit down with a pastor and talk to him. I'm gonna see if I can get a pastor on here one day, y'all. I know a few of them too. Because this Jesus fella is very suspect. Very. Monica, I see you. I saw that. You try to take it away. Yeah. Jesus ain't coming back. Appreciate that, lovely one. Jesus ain't coming back. That nigga ain't came back after 400 years of black people being mistreated. The ones that really serve him and worship him all the time, that nigga ain't coming back. Shit. If any time he was supposed to come back, it was supposed to be then. He's supposed to be coming with a two-edged sword, according to the book of Revelation. At one point, he couldn't do shit. Stuck on the cross, crying to his daddy. Now he's supposed, when he come back, he's supposed to be pissed off as hell. Coming with a two-edged sword, coming to kill. But at first, he just didn't have it in him, y'all. He was like Michael Jackson. You know? Shit. He just loved everybody. But now when he's supposed to be coming back, according to the book of Revelation, this nigga coming for blood. Ain't did shit. If that was ever a time when Jesus supposed to came back, it was during slavery. Let me prove it to you. In the Bible, I'm going to use the Bible against the Bible. Check this out now. In the Bible, it says that this is what Jesus say. I am sent into none but the lost sheep. That's what it say. He's sent to none but the lost sheep. Then when you go to the Genesis, Abraham had a vision, fell asleep. God showed him that his people was going to be in bondage in a strange land that is not theirs, makes them a lost sheep. Jesus supposed to be sent to the lost sheep. When he came, he's supposed to be coming for blood. Because his people has been mistreated in servitude slavery. Right? Yeah, he's supposed to be Shango. He's supposed to be a vengeful type God. The nigga ain't came yet, y'all. If there was any time that he's supposed to came, he was supposed to come then. Still ain't came yet. Talk to me, somebody got there, because the Bible done lied about that shit. He's supposed to came back. He's supposed to came back for blood. Because the shepherds have not tended to his flock, according to the Bible. If I could have a sit down with this Jesus that the Caucasians gave my ancestors, I'll look them straight in his blue eyes, because I know motherfucker blue-eyed. That's the one they gave our ancestors. Look them straight in them cold eyes, and I'll say, look here, Jesus. I got a bone to pick with you. Serious bone. Where the hell you been, man? That'd be the first thing I say. Where the hell you been? And can I trust you? And how do I know I can trust you, Jesus? He'll probably make us some shit and say, I am the truth and the light. What fucking light? Nigga, them black people in slavery was in darkness like a motherfucker. Living in barns and shit. Being beat. Them niggas ain't had no light. All they had was a candle. And the light from the stars and the moon. Truth and what fucking light? That's exactly what they probably say. That white Jesus that they gave our ancestors. I am the truth and the light. Get the fuck out of here. Biggest fucking hypocrite. I know y'all saying this nigga going this nigga going straight to hell. I'm trying to. Shit, I've been trying for a minute. But yeah, that's the first thing I ask him. What the hell you been, man? And can I trust you? How do I know I can trust you? Well, I'll be like, well, my ancestors trusted you. It ain't get them nowhere. You ain't did shit for them. Nothing. But you damn sure was there for them slave makers, though. You sure came through for their ass. All them Klansmen, all them motherfuckers, all of them Christians. I wouldn't dare go to Jesus' heaven. I wouldn't give a fuck. This nigga, Jesus let everybody into his kingdom as long as you accept him as your Lord and Savior. You can be forgiven and you can enter his heavenly realm. Do y'all know how many slave masters up that motherfucker? Because they all accepted Jesus as their Lord and Savior. If you take your black ass up to the Jesus heavenly realm, you're going to be serving white people again. Don't take your ass up there and see what happens. Y'all going to be trying to run to hell. Because what you're going to find out is that heaven that you was taught about is fucking hell. That's the real hell. Hell, y'all are slave masters in heaven. Because all of them Christians and they believe and accept Jesus as their Lord and Savior. But this white man tricky as hell. Got y'all niggas down here and he gonna have your ass up there. Man. Got y'all black ass. Man, you can't tell me that ain't some damn psychology for you. Got him. Nigga still gonna be in the kitchen cooking food. Still gonna have a slave name. Man. Fucked on the physical and fucked on the spiritual. The white man is y'all God. God damn. White Jesus. White slave masters on earth. White Jesus on earth. White Jesus in heaven. White slave masters in heaven. Cause don't forget, Jesus forgive everybody for their sins if you accept him as your Lord and Savior. Yes. This shit crazy. You see how you Christians think? Any Christians in the house tonight? Don't. I know I'm banging on y'all pretty good right now, knocking snot out y'all nose. But any Christians in the house, you can just go ahead and you can say the shit. I ain't trying to hurt nobody. What the hell is that? Yeah, go ahead. Throw that shit on in there. If you're a Christian, let's speak up. Don't be ashamed now. Shit, if you're a Christian, live that shit out. Take your ass on up there to heaven. And see if you don't be trying to take your ass to hell. Because you're going to find out that heaven is actually the real hell. Take my black ass straight on down there to what the Christians call hell. That's where I'm going. I ain't studying that Jesus shit. You know how many niggas still in slavery right now on the fourth dimension? Y'all check this out. When y'all get a chance, go get it. It's a book called Soul Traveler by Albert Tyler. He just worked with NASA. And he's a guy that used to have out-of-body experiences all the time. And he used to write in his journal his experiences when he was, astral traveling. And what he found out is that on the fourth dimension, there are so many black people still in slavery, still picking cotton, still serving Jesus, still being controlled by Caucasian slave masters. Go read the shit. And he says that what he was doing was telling them, y'all are free to go now. Y'all, slavery been over. They don't know shit about none of this shit. They still trapped. A lot of the slaves still trapped in the fourth dimension in slavery. So he said he had to teach them how to astral travel and fly. And he said a lot of them flew away from the plantation. So this is going to be the majority of you niggas that believe in this Jesus that has accepted everybody in that bitch, where it's going to be pure chaos, because everybody up in them motherfucking rapists that believe in Jesus as their Lord and Savior. They're going to be forgiven. Motherfucking pedophiles going to be up that bitch. Mass murderers. Jim Jones gonna be up there, bitch. You killed thousands of black people by drinking some cyanide Kool-Aid. He gonna be up there, bitch. All of them gonna be up there, bitch. And it's gonna be pure chaos up in that motherfucker. Y'all go if you want to. Go for the okie doke. Go, take your ass on up there. Read the book though. It's called Soul Traveler by Albert Tyler. Black guy who used to work for NASA. The Bible is esoteric. Definitely esoteric. It's a Masonic book though. The Bible is composed of different books from different times concerning different cultures. That's why you got Sumerian tablets in that motherfucker. You got Yahweh, Enki, Enlil, all in there, just different names being used. You got Yaldabaoth, the so-called one and only jealous God. Damn sure jealous God. But he's not the one and only God. You even got the Egyptian Book of the Dead where it's talking about Lazarus. Then you even got the Epic of Gilgamesh talking about the flood story. You got what is it? True, I ain't going. I've been said that. Wait, how yeah? Let me see. I'm trying to read some of y'all comments. Somebody said, true, I ain't going. I've been said that when I was a kid, I'd rather go to hell because he had to really read the Bible. And I didn't see Lucifer as bad. I know that Yoruba spirituality is real and had twins, and there is a connection to the Orishas. Is it possible for you to keep this video up, please? I might. The Christians are the most judgmental people I have ever met in my life. I ain't never met so many judgmental people in my life. Talk all this Jesus shit. I even had some older women say shit like, they don't need no man. Jesus they man. Jesus they man. Ain't that some shit? Hell no, they won't back down. They relentless. Y'all see that part in the Bible? I don't even think Christians read it for real. Y'all see that part in the Bible in Matthew where Jesus was arguing with the Jews? I'm talking about they was like in a heated argument too. Shit, Jesus had turned to a thug on their ass. So the Jews, they said, we be from the bosom of Abraham. Jesus like, if you was from the bosom from Abraham, you would love me. Then Jesus, and then they said that, is this the carpenter's son? This what the Jews said to Jesus, right? They need to make a move out of just this little scene right here. Make a little skit out of it. They get somebody to play Jesus, get somebody to play the European Jews and shit. This shit'll be funny as hell. So Jesus say to the Jews, the Jews say to Jesus, is this the carpenter's son? And then they say, we be not born out of wedlock. So they told Jesus that his mama was a hoe. So when you read in the Talmud, by the Jews, they say that Mary was a whore. It's in the Talmud. Because they said she had Jesus out of wedlock. Then Jesus say, you are all your father the devil. They going there talking about each other's daddy and shit. They talking about Jesus' mama, call a woman a hoe. So, Jesus started bugging back like, hey, hold up now. I forgive niggas for everything and shit. I let niggas in heaven and all that shit. I don't give a fuck what you do. Nigga, you can go kill millions of people, your ass still go to heaven if you believe in me. But if you fucking around and talk about my mama, we got an issue. So so they talking about Jesus' mama. Jesus turned up on that. Jesus say, Jesus say, I know who you are. You are of your father the devil. He was a murderer from the beginning and a liar, and the truth is not in him. So he's talking about the father of the Caucasians. According to Elijah Muhammad, that's Yaqub. So when they say no man has seen God and lived, they not talking about black people. They talking about the Caucasians. They never did see Yaqub. Yaqub died at 152. That's how old he was. But his followers followed his program, and years later, like, I don't know how many years it took, 600 years. Yeah, 600 years, the Caucasians came on the scene after all the drafting of killing off all the dark babies, saving the lighter babies. So the Caucasians have never seen God and lived, according to Elijah Muhammad now. So when they say no man has seen God and lived, it's talking about the Caucasians have never seen God and lived. Yaqub is their God. Shit makes sense to me. Because according to the Bible, you can see God. Because Abraham, don't forget, Abraham washed niggas' feet. Sarah made food for him. They ate food. Moses talked face to face with God, such as a man speak to his friend. Samson, mama and daddy, was visited by a stranger, and when he went up on his fiery chariot, aka spaceship, they said we shall surely die because we have seen God. So people have seen God in the Bible, and they still live. So it had to be talking about, to make sense out this shit, it had to be talking about the Caucasians not seeing Yaqub, or whoever it was that made them. That's the only sense you can get out that. I can ride with that because it makes sense though. No man has seen God and live. Nah. Y'all ass ain't seen y'all God because y'all went around yet. He had been passed away. I can ride with Elijah Muhammad when he say, every time you see a black person, you look at God. Because that's the God body. I can ride with that. I can rock with that. There's some shit I can rock with. I can rock with a lot of shit Elijah say. A lot of stuff Marcus Garvey say. I can rock with a lot of stuff. Who else? Khalid Muhammad say. I can rock with some of the stuff Dr. York say. Dr. York be saying some shit. I don't rock with nobody 100% because I got my own mind. You can't program me. But I can rock with, when this shit makes sense, I can rock with it. But yeah, y'all, that made the devil to be the bad person. The devil ain't even the bad person in the Bible. The devil ain't did shit to nobody in the Bible. He ain't did no more than what God told him to do. Hebrew Kabbalah. If you read the Bible in its original language, then you will see it's a spiritual book speaking about how this realm was created in the book of Genesis. Who read the original Bible? Wait a minute. Jadalyn Mary? The original Bible? Wait, if you read the Bible in its original language. Oh, shit. I can't speak no Aramaic. I ain't even lie. Maybe you can. And the closest you're going to get to the original Bible that we have today is the Ethiopian Bible. It's got all the Bibles in it. It's got all the books, they got all the books in it that the Caucasians took out. Like the lost books of the Bible. All of those books are in the Coptic Ethiopian Bible. And it's written in Aramaic. It's got every last one of them in there. So that's gonna be like the closest you're gonna get to the original Bible. If you can actually read in Aramaic, if you could translate that, because it's hard to find an Ethiopian Bible written. I tried to find one. I couldn't find one. I couldn't find none nowhere. But if you can read Aramaic and you can translate that Bible and make copies out of it and put it into English, you'll make a fortune. Cause it's hard as hell to find an Ethiopian Bible written in English. I tried my best. I couldn't find one nowhere. I have seen God face to face and I have lived. Oh, shit, I think we got a Christian in the building, y'all. Oh shit. They say they seen God face to face and have lived. Magnet services. I want to hear this shit. Talk about it. I want to hear this. We got a Christian in the house. They say they seen God face to face and have lived. First of all, I got to ask you, what God did you see? Come on, there's got to be a Christian talking. Tell me they seen God face to face and have lived. Magnetic services. Yes. I thought we got a Christian in the house, y'all. Normally Christians don't come on this channel because I talk about demons and shit and they get scared and talk about Lucifer and they just automatically shut down when I start talking like that. They don't hear that shit. They scared of all that. Come on with it now. I want to see talk about this. You seen God face to face and you have lived. Or you just quoting the Bible. The book, the other Bible. Oh, I thought you said you saw God and you lived face to face. I'm gonna tell y'all what I have seen though. Now I ain't gonna say it was God because I believe that we are all gods trapped in the physical body once the ego was destroyed. Peace. Yeah, but I believe that we are all gods trapped in the physical body. But I have seen this was during the time when I was practicing semen retention. I hadn't had sex in over a year. And I was having all these spiritual dreams, out of body experiences, and all type of shit that the average person won't go through. I was going through a whole bunch of spiritual experiences, and stuff was happening to me that I couldn't understand. But I remember I had an out of body experience, and I saw a guy. He had to been 8 or 9 foot tall. He was huge. Oh, okay, magnetic service. I got you. He had this big robe on. He has flip flops like sandals on. He had. I'm gonna tell you who he kind of looked like. He he had eyes like one of my cousins. He got these serious looking eyes, but he had a nose. It put me in the mind of Jackie Wilson. Had this big ass beard, came all the way down to like his solar plex. It was huge. It was pure white. I'm talking about the white that we see today. That ain't even white. That shit dull compared to this white I saw. Long hair, straight, about my skin complexion, except his skin had like a real glow to it. Like his skin would look like it was alive. And he had his shit. Matter of fact, before I started growing a beard, I used to wear my beard like his. That's why I got the idea of wearing my beard, cause I thought the shit was fly. But I saw this guy. He had a long ass staff in his hand that came up to his chest. I don't know who the fuck it was. But when I was doing research on the Agarthans and the people of Shambhala, this is how a lot of them dress and this is how they look. So I think that I saw an Atlantean because when I read the Emram tablets, the one that was written by Maurice Durrell, it described that these people, the Atlanteans, were dark skinned with straight hair. So I'm thinking because he was a bronze skinned person with straight hair that I saw, it was an Atlantean. Besides, he was tall, had broad shoulders. And anybody that know anything about the Atlanteans that done research on them, they were giants. They was tall as fuck. So I'm thinking I seen one of the Atlanteans. It didn't never say nothing to me, just looking at everything. Let me check these comments. The Bible said that you will disintegrate if you saw God face to face. Yeah, that's some bullshit. Because according to the Bible, I already said it, but Abraham, they saw God face to face. That's how he became a friend of God. He sat down and had a talk with him, and basically, but let me tell you how this shit is. This shit crazy. Niggas don't even see it either. Damn. So God was finna have Abraham sacrifice his own son, right? So he can feed off his light particles. Because you know this God in the Bible, he jealous. He got to kill something. Nigga got to kill. He like a psychopath. Got to kill. He get bloodthirsty and he got to kill. So he makes somebody sacrifice a lamb, a goat, something. Then he said, nah, fuck that shit. It's time for me to up my game. I gotta start, time to kill some children. Some humans. So then he tell Abraham, because you know God done up this game. Now he done went past the sheep and the goats sacrifice. Told Abraham, you know what? Go kill that boy. Show your love for me. Abraham, he get his dumb ass up. Abraham couldn't have been that smart. Okay? Because he sold out his whole fucking race. Sold out his whole generation of people. Let me prove my point. Abraham had to be slow. He probably was halfway retarded. No disrespect, I'm just using common sense here. So he say, okay, I'm gonna kill my son. Right before he finna kill his son, God stop him. And God say, you know what? I got a better idea. A more fucked up plan, that is. He said, since you showed your love for me, I'm gonna kill I'm gonna have your whole seed. I'm gonna have your whole seed go into bondage for 400 years. And in other words, he said, I'm finna feed off their ass because they about to suffer and they about to send off light photons. They about to send off fragments of their soul. And I'm about to eat for 400 some years. I'm about to feast on your seed. So in other words, he was looking at Abraham. He was in the clouds, according to these Christians. That's why God is in heaven looking down. He was looking down, and Abraham looked at like a delicious snack. Not just, well, Abraham's seed. He was like, this nigga, he'll produce some good ass food. Because he was looking down, he saw Abraham, little boy, and said, that look like somebody good to feed off of. Remember, according to the Gnostic text, this jealous God is a light stealer. He's an energy vampire. Okay? He doesn't possess the divine spark. Remember that when the great mother gave birth to this jealous God, he was devoid of the divine principle of the divine spark. Therefore, he created the lesser realm or the third dimension to incarcerate the light beings inside of a physical body. So your soul is trapped in a physical body. Therefore, he can feed off of you because once you're stressed, depressed, in pain and sorrow, and you're going through something, your body sends off these light photons, which are fragments of your soul. So I said that to say this. Let me run it back to y'all so y'all can understand exactly what I mean. This nigga God was chilling in heaven, looking down and saying, I got to find somebody to feed off of. I'm hungry than the motherfucker. And he saw Abraham's son and said, that's a delicious snack because I'm about to feed off these light photons. Then he said, you know what? Fuck it. I need a meal. Let me feed off the whole entire, his whole seed for 400 years. Because our ancestors, during this 400-year bondage, which ties to the Bible, was in a very low vibrational state. And according to the Gnostic text, which is the hidden history of the jealous God. This jealous God was feeding and eating away, having a feast. We are no more but cattle to this jealous God. When you understand scientifically that your body sends out fragments of your soul when you're in a very low vibrational state. And that this is why the jealous God requires a blood sacrifice. Because he's feeding off something that he don't have. He's trying to get light. He was made without divine light or soul. Think about this shit now. Why would a righteous God want to kill something? Ain't no righteousness in that shit. It's the nature of this jealous God is to kill. Because he ain't shit. It's just that simple. The jealous God ain't shit. It's his nature. He can't help it. He's a psychopath. Got to kill some shit. A bloodthirsty psychopath. But I bet these Christians saying I'm going to hell. This nigga going to hell. Give a fuck. Trying to go there. But point is, we all been brainwashed with funkified shit water. See, the reason why I like to reference the Gnostic texts is because they are so old. The older you go, the further you go back, the oldest and more pure something is going to be in this stage. Excuse me. So the Gnostic texts go back to Atlantis. Some people say it go back to Egypt, but it go further back than that because the Egyptians were taught by the Atlanteans. Okay, they were taught by Tahuti, which is Thoth, an Atlantean. He brought the pen. He taught them. He put them on their feet on the road to civilization. The Atlantean did. So the Gnostic texts go way back. And the Atlanteans didn't give a fuck about the jealous God. So why should we give a fuck about the jealous God? When our DNA was in its original state during Atlantis, we weren't brainwashed by another race, a baby at that on the planet. If you want your original thought, read the Gnostic text. If you want your original thought, read the Emblem tablets of spirituality. If you want your original thought and the way that we thought when it comes to spiritual or so-called religion, which we weren't religious at all. Thank you, Monica. Thank you. Let me read some more of these comments. You become a new energy once you reach a level of purity of energy. Face to face produces high vibration. Yeah, it's true. Thank you, Miss True Teller, for taking out some time to do and answers. You're welcome. We were all kings and goddesses and queens. Nah, we weren't all kings and queens and not all of us. Did y'all know that during the time of Egypt, anytime a average citizen of that time walked around a pharaoh, they had to walk around butt naked? Did y'all know that? They had to walk around naked because people were stealing so damn much, they weren't taking no chances. The walk around naked was to prove that they weren't taking shit. So anytime they came into the presence of the pharaohs or around them, they had to be butt ass naked. That shit crazy. That was their way of life back then. So we wasn't all kings and queens now. You see, what y'all gotta understand is that there's a bloodline of kinsmanship. To be a king or a queen, you have to be in a certain bloodline. You can't be a king or a queen unless you are in a certain bloodline. And the bloodline is actually an extraterrestrial bloodline. That's the secret behind being a king or a queen. You have to be in a extraterrestrial bloodline with activated DNA. The rest of us are just mortals with dormant DNA. That's why we didn't qualify to be a king or a queen. And most of the pharaohs were children of the Anunnaki. Did y'all know that? Almost all of the pharaohs were children of Anunnaki. And most of the ones that were chosen at the time to make a big impact in humanity were in the bloodline of extraterrestrials. See, these Anunnaki didn't give a fuck about nobody except their own bloodline. Why you think, according to the Bible, in the book of Enoch, Noah was saved from the flood? Noah, I'm going to tell y'all something about Noah. If there was ever a person named Noah anyway, that shit is very questionable. Very questionable. But according to the Bible, God saved Noah from the flood. We think that God saved Noah from the flood because Noah was pure out of everybody. Everybody else was fucking up. That is a total bullshit, okay? How do I know? Because you have to read the book of Enoch. Check it out. In the book of Enoch, it says that Lamech's wife was pregnant. She gave birth to a little boy. It say that the boy had pale skin and he had locks in his hair. So the nigga was an albino, okay? Because we know if he got locks in his hair, nigga black. Then it said that when Lamech saw the baby, he said, this baby can't be mine. He looked like one of the holy angels. Now what he meant by that is that the Anunnaki have locks in their hair. Y'all, if you don't believe me, look up images of the Anunnaki. All of them got dreadlocks. They even got dreadlocks in their beard. Okay? He didn't mean that he didn't mean that the baby looked like a holy angel or one of the holy of holies because he had white skin. No, the baby was an albino. He noticed the locks in the baby head looked just like the Anunnaki. In the book of Enoch, it says that he goes to his father Methuselah because he said he didn't believe that was his child. He didn't believe that was his child. Now Methuselah like, something ain't right with this shit. So Methuselah go to his daddy, which is Enoch. Better yet, Thoth. Okay, the Atlantean, because Enoch and Thoth is the same person. And then now you got to go to the Sumerian tablets to get the other piece of who Thoth goes to. In the Sumerian tablets, it tells you that Thoth went to his daddy, Enki. And he questioned his daddy, and he asked Enki, was Noah his son? Now Enki is Yahweh, because remember, Yahweh saved Noah from the flood. According to the Sumerian tablets, Enki used to go on earth and have sex with the mortals. Enki got his great grandson's wife pregnant. Enki was a motherfucker. And this is why the baby looked like a holy angel or Anunnaki. Okay, they just should have said Anunnaki. But I figured the shit out because I read all the books. So this is why the baby had locks in his hair. Because Enki has locks in his hair. This is the way that the Anunnaki do their hair. This is just the way their hair fixed up. Okay. Then it tells you in the book of Enoch that Enoch goes back to Methuselah and he tells Methuselah to tell Lamech that is his son. Just to keep the peace within the family. Ain't that some shit? So Lamech's great granddaddy got his wife pregnant. But Enki wasn't shit. Enki wasn't shit. And that's why he saved Noah, little ass, from the flood. Read the Sumerian tablets if you think I'm lying. It say as soon as you open, it say it as soon as you open up like the first page. It say that the Anunnaki were having a council meeting, and they was trying to figure out how to depopulate the planet because the planet had got, this sound like some motherfucking Bill Gates type shit here. The planet had got out of order and they had to kill the humanity off because it was basically overpopulated. They was out of control and they was coming up with a way how to kill off the humans. There was some of them were saying, let's fly in our spacecrafts and drop gases on them and kill them. Some of them was like, nah, let's just, blow them up. Then they're like, nah, we can't do that because we don't want to mess up the planet. We just trying to get rid of them. Some of them was like, let's set them on fire. They're like, nah. Then they were like, nah, let's kill them with a flood. Enki overheard them talking. Read the shit. If you think I'm lying, go read the shit. Enki, he didn't say nothing. This is what it say. He kept his thoughts to himself. And he was thinking to himself, I have a son down there. And I got to save my son before they do this shit. His son was Noah. Read the shit. Think I'm lying. Go read it. I wish a nigga would say I'm lying. Go read the shit. That's why he saved Noah little ass. Because that was his son. Them Anunnaki don't give a fuck about nobody. If it's not a family member of theirs, they don't give a fuck. If you see some special shit happen to somebody and they being saved and shit, a car finna hit them and motherfucking angel come down and move them out the way. Like, I seen a video like that too. Well, like this old man was pushing his baby or something. And an angel, it had to be an angel because it was a beam of light came down, teleported them out the road before they got hit by a car. If you see some shit like that, whoever it was that got saved, they are in the bloodline of an Anunnaki. These Anunnaki don't give a fuck about nobody but their own kind. Very selfish type people. You know they selfish. If back in Egypt, when black people ran it, you had to be butt naked to walk around in. Ain't that some shit? They wanted to make sure you wasn't stealing shit. Ancient Egypt ain't all that cracked up to what we think it is. It has blemishes too. It has a lot of things to marvel at, but it damn sure got blemishes. The Anunnakis, they have blemishes. Do y'all know that in the beginning, when the Anunnaki first came on this planet, they was abducting black women? Because the whole planet was nothing but women on this bitch. And the further you dig and you go back and you find all these ancient skeletons, all you find is women. You don't find no men. Lucy, black woman. Found another artifact of bones in Mexico, even older than damn Lucy. Black woman. They found the black woman on the moon. You don't never find no men. The woman was the first. Shit, the llamas talk about that. They was abducting black women, having sex with them. Do y'all know that shit? The Anunnaki. A lot of the Anunnaki ain't shit. So they be like, well, the Anunnaki, today people be like, Anunnaki gonna return. Anunnaki look down on the mortal on the earth. Anytime you gotta walk around naked around them motherfuckers, they look down on you. They don't trust you. They look down on you. Then according to the Sumerian tablets, I'm gonna let these Christians go. I ain't gonna get on these Christians no more. Fuck them. I'm finna teach. According to the Sumerian tablets, because for real, they wasting my time because them motherfuckers in preschool. But according to the Sumerian tablets, the Anunnaki, before one of them is to be the ruler of Nibiru, they all have to, whoever it is wants to become the king of Nibiru. They have to challenge the king, the king that's current, and they have to fight each other butt naked. They have to wrestle. The shit say wrestle in the Sumerian tablets. So that's some homosexual shit to me. I'm not finna fight you butt naked. You get butt naked, nigga, I'm finna run. Fuck it. You won. I'm running. I ain't fighting no nigga butt naked. Hell no. That nigga automatically won. Fuck that shit. But this is what they had to do. Fight butt naked. According to the Sumerian tablets. And then, when you go into the Sumerian tablets, y'all check this shit out. This how you know the Anunnaki don't give a fuck about the mortal on earth. According to the Sumerian tablets now, I'm just telling you what I read. Don't take my word for it. Check it out. It says that, shit's so crazy, man. It says that when Enki and Enlil, when they first came from Maldek, when the Anunnaki first came from Maldek, another planet, before they came to Earth, the reason why they left Maldek because it was on the verge of being destroyed by a cataclysm. They got on this big mothership known as, yep, probably did, sumo wrestling. But they got on this big mothership. No, sumo, I don't know. Because they was butt naked. Sumo wrestling, they got a little cloth on them. These niggas was straight butt naked. But they got on this big mothership known as Nibiru. And they had to leave their home planet, Maldek. And they were looking for a place, another planet that they could inhabit. And they sent the scouts out. I'll get that in a minute. So where did man come from? Let me finish telling y'all about why the Anunnaki don't like us. I'm going to tell y'all why they don't like us. Why they don't give a fuck about us. They sent their children, the Iggy, to scout. You know how bees, like the queen bee, sent out the other little bees to scout and shit? Just what they were doing. They sent their children, the Iggy, out to scout. They found this planet full of water, full of women that they seen that they could take advantage of. See, these Anunnaki own certain planets. They show the shit in the movie Jupiter Ascending. Certain, and also the book by Dr. Flory, Encounters. It tells you that certain Anunnaki own certain planets. So, Enki owns planet Earth, according to the Sumerian tablets. But once they got to planet Earth, they called it Tiamat in the Sumerian tablets. The Anunnaki had their children to dig out the Tigris and Euphrates. Took them 3,600 years to dig out the Tigris and Euphrates. They had to dig with fucking shovels. And these niggas got tired of digging. They got tired of being slaves to their parents. And one of them spoke up. And guess who the one spoke up? According to the Sumerian tablets. Fucking Allah. Allah said, that's it. I can't do this shit no more. See, at that time, it was unheard of for an Iggy or a child of the Anunnaki to speak out against them. Because they knew the penalty was death. Okay, we back. But Allah speaks up, right? So, he get all of the rest of his brothers and sisters, right? They all get together. This shit, I'm telling you, they need to make a movie out this shit. Because this scene right here, in the Sumerian tablets, is something serious. They all get together. They all put their working equipment down. They said, we ain't working no goddamn more. That's it. So they all come together and they rebel against their father. Now, their father is Enlil, the warrior god Enlil. Remember in the Bible say, the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. It's talking about Enlil. Enlil was a warrior god, a warrior Anunnaki. He was like one of the best warriors that the Anunnaki had. Like, when you want us to get some shit did, he was that nigga you call, like, he coming to fuck some shit up. That's Enlil. So, in the Sumerian tablets, it say that Allah and his brothers and sisters, they surrounded Enlil's house with torches, with swords, and with shields. And Enlil soldier who was patrolling saw it. And he goes to tell Enlil, your children are outside and they are pissed off like a motherfucker. I'm telling y'all, I'm finna tell y'all why the Anunnaki don't like us. So Enlil gets up. Apparently had to be nighttime because they had torches. He comes outside. They all standing up, pissed off, like, we ain't working no more, man. We tired of this shit. All this digging and shit. And they even had them mining for gold. Okay? Had them mining for gold. Not just digging out the Tigers and Euphrates. Because, for one, when they came to this planet, they were looking for gold. That was the real quest. Well, it was added with the quest, of course, because the planet was on the verge of being destroyed. But they needed gold to help structure this big mothership Nibiru. Because we know gold is like the best conductor to generate energy. Or to generate electricity. Copper good, but gold is much better. Much better. So, Enlil says, who is in charge of this? Did nobody even snitch on Allah? See, we think Allah come on the scene in the Quran. Hell no. Allah go way further back than the Quran. Allah go back to the Sumerian tablets. Before paper was even invented. I'm talking stone tablets. Okay, because we know stone came before paper. So we know Sumeria had to been older than Egypt. That's just common sense. So anyway, they all say we are all in this. So Enlil goes get his brother Enki. Enki goes get his daddy Anu. Anu's supposed to be like the great god of them all. You know, he like the big kahuna. Like the grand poobah. You know, like in the mafia and shit, you got the godfather. So Anu like the godfather. So they all like having a big, like literally, they like having court. So Anu is like, y'all already knew what the deal was before we left Maldek. Y'all knew what we came to this planet to do. I don't want to hear none of that shit. This was the whole point of leaving. So y'all could get to work and see the hierarchy. They don't do shit. People like Enlil, Enki, they don't do no work. They don't get their hands dirty. They just like that man. They just like the people that's in office that's getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars every year. The motherfuckers don't get dirty. They don't get dirty at all. They just push a button and tell you what to do. That's how the Anunnaki are. They don't get dirty. They have the people that's under them to get dirty. So Anu like, y'all knew the deal before we even got here. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Okay? So Enlil said, somebody finna pay for this shit. I don't know what the fuck y'all think. Somebody finna pay. So he was just finna choose a random person out the bunch. But guess who spoke up? Allah spoke up and said, it was me. I'm the one caused this revolt. So what wound up happening is that they killed Allah because he had wisdom. He was smart enough to know that they shouldn't have been being slaved like that. Okay? Then it tells you from there that Enki and Ninti, they took the blood of Allah, they took some clay from the earth, they molded it together, and they fashioned man from mud. Now the Holy Quran say that Allah fashioned man from mud. No, it don't say Allah. It say, and we fashioned man from mud. But when you go to the Sumerian tablets, it say Ninti and Enki fashioned man from mud. That's the damn we in the Quran. But in the Quran it say, and Allah breathes his spirit into man. Now the spirit is the blood. Because goddamn it, in the damn Sumerian tablets tell you that they took the blood of Allah and put it into this clay. So they've been doing voodoo for a long. That's voodoo. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That's some damn voodoo. You taking clay, you taking blood, and you're putting spirit in the motherfucker. That's voodoo. That's why I say voodoo is the oldest religion on the planet. That's fucking voodoo. So, according to the Sumerian tablets, black people were made to be slaves. We were made to be put in place of the Igi, the children of the Anunnaki. So once they saw that we had the potential to overthrow them, they shut our DNA down because they saw what Allah had did. Anybody that they felt like could overthrow them or become more greater than them, they shut them down. It's a power thing. Ain't no different from the elites today. They see you develop supernatural abilities like Simi and Toko, man, they hunt your ass down. Personally, I believe these the same motherfuckers that's in the Sumerian tablets that run the world today. They got the same characteristics. Don't y'all let the names fool y'all. We have to follow the characteristics and functions, okay, in order for you to see clearly. If you want to see clearly, don't even worry about the name. Follow the function and characteristics. The motherfuckers that run it today have the same characteristics as the Anunnaki and the Sumerian tablets. So yeah, that's why they shut us down, because we had potential to become greater than them. Even in the Gnostic text to tell you that. That's why the jealous God got jealous. But this was on a higher dimension at first. We was in our celestial body and got trapped in a physical body. I always said that the Anunnaki are working with Yaldabaoth. They gotta have some type of covenant with each other. They got to. The Anunnaki don't give a fuck about the mortal on earth. They made us to be slaves to mine for gold. Jealous God in the Bible, Yaldabaoth, that's in the Gnostic text. That is the jealous God in the Bible. Don't give a fuck about the original man on the planet. He's a bloodthirsty God that feeds on our fragments of our soul. They gotta be working together. We ain't got no fucking friends. They gotta be working together. If they ain't, they damn sure on the same accord. Out of everybody on the planet, why is it that out of everybody on the planet, the black people are despised the most, rejected the most? Come on, y'all, think with me now. We talking about the same race of people that taught everybody civilization. Taught all races civilization. All of them. Chinese, Japanese, Caucasians. It was the black people that taught all of them civilization. They are now the most despised and rejected. Why? I'm going to tell y'all why. Shit. Think about this. Even when the Anunnaki were here, the pharaohs was here. Because the pharaohs are in the bloodline of the Anunnaki. And they look down on us. The pharaohs look down to the point where you got to walk around butt naked around them. If the pharaohs look down and they left, because remember the Anunnaki left like 36,000 years ago. If they left, that means that they still look down because they looked down on us when they was here. Did y'all know, according to the Sumerian tablets, that when the Anunnaki will come and visit their children, I'm talking about the pharaohs. I'm talking about the pharaoh. Now, according to the Sumerian tablets, we children of Allah. Because his blood was used to form up the DNA of the mortal on earth. So we, according to the Sumerian tablet, we children of Allah. And they did not like Allah. The Anunnaki didn't because of what he did. Okay, so this is one reason why they don't like us. According to the Sumerian tablets now. Yes, Akhenaten was an Anunnaki, which is Moses in the Bible. Akhenaten and Moses, same person. Akhenaten, before he changed his name, Akhenaten, he was Thutmose. I think he was the third, Thutmose the third. But if they didn't like you while they was here, they damn sure don't like you while they gone. They even do shit for you unless you a part of their bloodline. The Anunnaki don't give a fuck about us like that. You ever heard of the Watchers in the Bible? The Watchers? Those are the Anunnaki. All they do is watch. Don't do shit. They cloak themselves in these spaceships. They make the spaceship look like clouds. And they just watch. While you get beat, hung, mistreated, they just sit back and watch. Don't do shit. Watchers. All they do is report. They ain't nothing but news reporters. For the Anunnaki, that's all they do. For the higher Anunnaki. This is the way that they are set up. They are in like a pyramid function. You got the lower class Anunnaki, then you got the higher class Anunnaki. The lower class do the dirt, and then you got the mid class, they do such and such. You got the ones that watch shit, don't do shit. Motherfuckers out there every day in spacecrafts, they're cloaked, they look like clouds. Some of them can just look like you just looking at the damn blue sky. And it's a damn spaceship right above your head. You can't hear it nor see it. Because they can lower their vibration and raise it. They can raise the vibration of these crafts to the point where you can't see the craft, or they can lower it to the point the way they can be seen. And I know I done seen spaceships before, just as clear. I mean, I ain't talking about no damn guessing. Yeah, watchers don't give a fuck. They don't. The name Allah was taken from a triple divine goddess from pre-Islamic pagan Arabian religion. The original names were Alat, Al-Uzza. Yeah, but this shit, yeah, but you still got Allah in the Sumerian tablets though. That go way back. You even got the word Allah in the Imram tablets that go like 36,000 years back. Shambhala is the word in the word Shambhala. You have the word Allah. It's combined. Shamp Allah. So the word Champ means temple or light. Temple light God. So Shambhala means temple God. Or the temple of God. Shambhala, temple of God. And that's where the Atlanteans went, to a place called Shambhala. So Allah, the word Allah is very ancient. So it goes further back than Alat. So really, Jesus, according, they say Jesus was sacrificed. Now, we know that's some bullshit. But according to the Sumerian tablets, Allah was sacrificed for the betterment of his brothers and sisters. But in the process, we got fucked. Because we were made to be slaves. This why we got, look, in other words, we got enslaved by the Anunnaki. We got enslaved by Caucasians. We just got fucked. Yeah, we just got fucked. That's just all it is too. And something deep down inside me just keep telling me that the Anunnaki are these same motherfuckers running the system today. Them the same motherfuckers running it. Are they just the Anunnaki? It's different Anunnaki. The word Anunnaki just means those that came down from the heavens. The reptilians are Anunnaki. The Pleiadians is an Anunnaki. The Syrians, the Arterians, the what's the Muslims? You got so many different beings that we have encountered today that's been documented. You got the Andromedans, those are Anunnaki. Anunnaki just means those that came down. You have to really be specific when you say Anunnaki. Alalu. Sumerian, I think, is Alalu is Allah. Nah. In the Sumerian tablets, they spell Allah A-L-L-A. The Islamic world just added an H to it to try to make you think it's a different Allah. No, hell no. It's the same. It's the same deity. It's just like it's just like cultures borrow from other cultures, but they add their twist to it. For instance, right, Judaism bases they base their religious structure off the Torah. They just believe in Moses. Okay? Think about this, y'all. The Jews just believe in Moses. They don't believe in Jesus now. Now then you got the Christians that come, they believe in the Torah and Jesus. Okay? Then you got the Muslims that come, they believe in the Torah, Jesus, and Muhammad. See what I'm saying? It's a rendition of copies being added on to other cultures, how they have borrowed from other cultures. Y'all get what I'm saying? They did the same shit the Islamic world did. They added a H to the word Allah. It wasn't no H at the end. It was just an A. They just borrowed. That's it. Man, I read the Quran twice. I read the whole entire Quran twice. And when I was reading in the Quran, it say, let me tell you how brutal this Allah is in the Quran. And I don't think a lot of people know this shit. The Allah in the Quran is so fucking brutal. It say in the Quran, anywhere you find a Christian or a Jew, slay them. This is how Islam was established, through the sword, through murder. It say anywhere you find a Christian or a Jew, slay them. Allah telling the Muslims at the time this shit. And at this time, when the Quran was being written, they weren't even calling themselves Muslims. They never even knew nothing about the word Muslim. The word Muslim didn't come to like years later after Prophet Muhammad. Because in the Quran it says, this day I have perfected for you your nature, which is Islam. But they weren't using the word Muslim. That came later. That's just like when Christianity, when Jesus so-called was here 2,000 years ago, one no such thing as the word Christian, period. That came years after the so-called Jesus supposed to have left the planet. Nowhere in the Bible where you'll see Jesus call himself a Christian. Nowhere in the Bible where you'll see no prophet calls himself a Christian, a Muslim, none of that shit. Don't none of them subscribe to no religion. I don't give a fuck what prophet you go to in the Bible. Don't none of them subscribe to a religion. None of them. But yet, from all of them, or the major ones, you get a religion out of them. But then none of them make up a religion. Ain't that some shit? So all royalties in all regions were Anunnaki related. Yes, all of them are related. Damn, y'all, I've been going for 2 damn hours. I ain't know I've been going this long. At the end this, I'm gonna go a little bit longer. That's it. Anybody got any questions? So wait, what about the Elohim? Because everyone talking about their return. Yeah, I wouldn't even trust that shit. The Elohim. Wait a minute, the That's the Anunnaki. The Elohim is different from the Anunnaki. The Elohim are actually your 7 major chakras. For proof, read the Emerald Tablets by Thoth the Atlantean. He talks about Untanus, Quartus, Chaeto, Goyana, Horto, Sanveda, and Ardo. These are the original names of the chakras. And within each chakra, there is an entity that has power and control of that dominion in that chakra. These are the real Elohim. They live in everybody's chakra. This is why they're omnipotent, because they reside in everybody through their chakras. So when in the Emerald Tablet, Thoth is talking to the Ninth Lord, he's talking to the Lord that's in the crown chakra. Read it. Shit. There's worlds within us. In your etheric body, there's a world within world inside your etheric DNA blueprint. So how do we get them to not hate us anymore? Shit, they gonna always hate us because we are a threat to them. That's why they're trying to stop our genetic mutation through the inoculations. They know that we finna have power like Semi and Toko. This why they can make an executive order that everybody be hit with a jab stab. Because they know we're about to genetically unlock. They seen it during the time of Atlantis when we were genetically unlocking, doing amazing shit. Why you think they flooded this motherfucker out for? See, the Noah flood story is the Atlantean flood story. We were getting too damn smart. And them motherfuckers got jealous and said, we got to kill these motherfuckers. We got to get rid of them. Anytime they see that we are trying to advance or we're about to genetically unlock and become greater than them jealous motherfuckers will figure a way to try to kill us off. Whether it be through a jab stab, a flood, fire and brimstone coming out the sky, dropping damn nukes and shit on the planet. They don't give a fuck. It's all about their well-being as far as having control and power. They know who we are. They know the potential we have that's dormant in us. They're always watching. Why are these motherfuckers watching, but they ain't doing shit? They watching to see if your black ass gonna genetically unlock. So they can go run their little ragged ass right back to the Anunnaki over them and go report and say, such and such has awoken. Such and such has developed abilities. Now these motherfuckers gonna report to the elites on the planet. Now the CIA coming for your ass to try to kill you off like they did Semi and Toko. That's why they watching for. They ain't watching to help you. If they was watching to help you, they would have been helped our black ass. Or whoever else is in need of help. We been taught bullshit. Them motherfuckers is not there to help. If that was there to help, they would have been helped by now. What's the book about the entities in the chakras? The Emerald Tablets by Thoth the Atlantean. Translated by Maurice Durrell. That's the name of the book. I thought the Anunnaki created us to help them ascend past dimensions. Hell no. The original point of them creating us, yeah, they snitching on us. The original point of them creating us was to be slaves, to mine the gold out of Africa. And guess who in Africa right now? Robbing the motherfucker of their minerals. A bunch of elites using black people to dig gold out of the fucking earth in the Congo. They still doing the same shit they was doing in the Sumerian tablets. The motherfuckers still ain't stopped yet. Can't tell me I'm lying. They even got them digging up diamonds over there. They made a movie called Blood Diamond. Black people still digging up gold in Africa to this day. Still doing the same shit that the Anunnaki had them doing in the Sumerian tablets. People want to overlook that shit though. Most y'all folks need to do is more research, asking crazy questions. I missed that book again, and you did right. The book is called The Emerald Tablets of Thoth the Atlantean, translated by Maurice Durrell. Let me see. As long as they keep motherfuckers believing in everything but they self. Yeah. That's why they watching us though, y'all. They watching us. That's why they call watchers. Because the minute we genetically unlock, yeah, I'm gonna say something, y'all. I'm gonna get off this thing. I'm gonna say this. Y'all remember in the movie, the X-Men? They're called X-Men because they're no longer men. They they're called mutants because their genes genetically mutated. Remember, anytime one of them didn't want to be a X-Men or mutant anymore, because their genes mutated, right? They had supernatural abilities. They would line up in these lines and they would get a jab stab. This would make them human again. Remember? And they was targeting who? The teenagers. Now y'all know they just passed the law somewhere in America. I don't know. I don't think it's passed all over yet. But they are allowing 12-year-olds, 12-year-old and up, to be inoculated against the consent of the parents. Without the consent of the parent. Do y'all not see the X-Men movie unfolding right in your and right in front of our? It's unfolding right in front of our eyes, y'all. Cause they know we about to genetically unlock, and you got these motherfuckers up there watching, the watchers, according to the Book of Enoch, ain't doing shit. News reporters reporting back and forth. Got the easiest job on the planet. These niggas like door greeters. Okay, easiest job on the planet. Ain't doing shit. Sitting up that bitch, sipping on smoothies, cloaked, in a spaceship watching. Some of them falling asleep. They ain't doing shit. And they look just like black people. Hell yeah, they put everything in the movie. They have to tell you the truth. It's galactic law. They can't tell you outright because they some nothing motherfuckers. But they put it in the movie and tell you. Therefore, they can't say, oh, well, it ain't like we didn't tell you. We did tell you. We just put it in the movie. Y'all just took it as a movie. They have to tell you the truth to protect. Yes, exactly. Monica, exactly. They got to tell you that's how they escape their karma. That's why they can keep doing that shit and they never get caught in cosmic karma. Because they telling you the shit right in your face. My boy Jonathan. What's up, my boy? Shout out to my boy Jonathan. Yeah. That boy full of wisdom. Y'all. I'm about to get him on here with me. Yeah, definitely got to get him on here with me. Monica too, she full of wisdom. Y'all don't know. Hey, some of the people in my chat, they own it. They own it. Yeah, though. We ain't got no friends, y'all. From the fourth dimension, the ancestors that lead that bitch, they trapped. Jesus got them niggas. They up that bitch with slave masters. They up that bitch with y'all the jealous God. All he gonna do is reincarnate your ass so he can put you back on the physical realm and feed off you again. He gonna keep his food supply coming. Okay? The Anunnaki don't give a fuck about you. They made you to be slaves. Okay? So it's over with. You niggas don't stand a chance. It's over with. Only thing we could do is try to genetically unlock. Don't get caught in the web. Don't get caught in the trap. Because these niggas, they setting you up. Anytime they pay you to take a jab stab, man, come on, man. Y'all know something wrong with that shit. They pay you. When have they ever gave a fuck about your health? When? If they really cared about their health, the medical industry would not be what it is today. Wouldn't be no such thing as a medical industry. Because everybody would be cured. Because we will all be following Dr. Sabi. It would be promoted abroad all over the world. And that shit would totally destroy the medical industry. the pharmaceuticals will be totally destroyed. If they really cared about you, the pharmaceuticals, the real drugs, the real dope heads that go through Walgreens and get prescriptions, them the real dope heads. That shit wouldn't even be around. The minute they, listen, I don't want to say too much because if I say this motherfucker, they going to take it down. Because you know how they get. But y'all get my point. They ain't never gave a fuck about us. We ain't got no friends nowhere. What about the people who don't watch movies? They should be held accountable for the people who don't watch the movies. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Dr. Sebi has one billboard in LA. Damn, that's it. It's a lonely road when you're God. Nowhere to turn to or look at for help. Gratitude, family. Yeah, y'all. What time it is? I'm finna get ready to get off this thing in a little bit. Anybody got any more questions before I wrap this up? Come on, y'all. Give me some good ones now. I'm gonna have to get me a Christian on here, y'all. I mean a real strong Christian. I gotta get me a Christian on here. Then I gotta get me a Muslim on here next. I gotta get, yeah. See, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I am well studied. When I say well studied in the Bible, and I'm well studied in the Holy Quran or the Islamic faith in Christianity. I will wear a Muslim ass out and I will wear a Christian ass out. I know this shit. But I would like to see a Christian come on here and a Muslim come on here. I would love to see that shit. Because I would like to show them their own mind. Because I don't think they really see their mind. Where their mind is really at. Because if they really saw where their mind truly was, they'll see that shit in a whole nother view. Any questions? If y'all ain't got no more questions, I'm about to get up off this thing, y'all. Okay, here we go. We got a question. They when you was on Big Facts podcast with the other dude. Oh yeah. That was with Zone Deuce. How do genetically unlock your DNA strands? What's the best method? To That's a process that we just gonna go through naturally. That's something we gonna go through naturally. It's almost like going through puberty. Once we enter the Aquarian constellation, that's when we're gonna genetically unlock. It's a natural process in time. Everybody gonna genetically unlock. Those that qualify anyway. Some of us are going to genetically unlock, and we are just going to be walking chaos because our chakras are not balanced. It's gonna have a lot to do with Kundalini awakening. They are not ready for you. You are a spiritual scholar. Okay, I appreciate that. I would like to see it too, but you know it's hard to beat cognitive dissonance. That's right. So wait, if black women were here first, did the Anunnaki go to war with them? Okay. No, they didn't go to war with a black woman. They used to take the black woman to Nibiru and have sex with them. Sex slaves, sex trafficking. That's where that shit started at with the Anunnaki. They used to have their way with the. Think about it. Inca used to come on the planet and just have sex with women all the time. Shit, anytime he got horny, he'd bring his ass on planet Earth. See, they knew the art of hypnotism. They could put a woman up under hypnotism and make the woman have sex with them. So they used to come and take all that shit started. The Anunnaki are the most crookedest motherfucker. When you talk about the origin of crooks, you got to go to the Anunnaki. They've been doing fuck shit. Read the shit. It's in the Sumerian tablets. And then when you read what Live Saint Rapper said, he said when he consulted the Akashic Records, he saw it, how the Anunnaki was coming to this planet, taking these women and having sex with them on this big mothership. Read the shit. Sex trafficking been going on for millenniums. Starting with the Anunnaki. This shit ain't nothing new. That's why they can do this shit today and get away with it. They just following an old ass blueprint. Fuck shit been going on. Let me see. What books do you recommend? Have the stars aligned? Not fully. They ain't fully aligned yet. All right, my boy. I got you. I got you. Let me see something. Tai Chi and yoga and meditation. That will help now. That'll help you. That'll help you circulate chi energy and be able to transfer your chi energy out of your hand to move shit and do stuff like that. You can do Tai Chi and you might unlock some shit, but I'm talking about on a massive level. The majority are going to make up once we enter the Aquarian constellation fully. That's if you ain't took the jab stab though. You take that jab stab, you fucked. Got more questions? But I got to make out my list. Hopefully you will do another question and answer and I will get the notification. Peace to you all. All right. So will the unlock happen even if folks have been hell no. If you got no, the job was meant to suppress your DNA from unlocking. If y'all notice, black people stop inventing shit when they start inoculating, when they start hitting us with the jab stab. Prior to then, we was inventing every goddamn thing. All the time. All the time. That shit, that damn jab stabs from the time they first made them shits known in America was to suppress your creative genes. All they did was put them to sleep. Those genes are lacking photons, light particles. Once they have been replaced with light particles, they will awaken. They will jumpstart. This is where the Kundalini awakening takes place. This electrical light will go through your ethereal body and penetrate your physical cells. And it will emanate dormant DNA that doesn't have light, and light will hit it. Then your genes will unlock. Because it will be those dormant DNA strands and dormant so-called junk DNA will be restored with light. And these motherfuckers know it. And they scared of it. That's why they trying to pay you to take a jab stab. Trying to scare you to take a jab stab. Talking about if you don't take it, you ain't better do this, you ain't better do that. Fuck them. Don't take it. Take it if you want to. Shit. You done fucked yourself. Once you get the, I ain't gonna say the word. Once you get the jab stab, is it possible to undo it? Shit. Not this one. Not this one because it binds with your DNA. It's got nanotechnology in it. Nanotechnology can bind with your DNA and latch on to it. I don't know how you're going to pull that one off. You could try to get some activated charcoal. You can get some Vax Detox. Some Tuja. That's supposed to run it at you. But I just don't know because it's got nanotechnology in it. Oh, damn. I don't know what to tell you. All I can tell you, call on the Council of Light. The Galactic Council of Light. They're known as the Ascended Masters. Maybe they can, I'm pretty sure they can reverse some shit. I didn't call down. I'm going to tell y'all something. I don't think I ever told y'all this shit. I'm gonna say it anyway. Then I'm getting off here for real this time. I ain't never went this long on here. But I have called on a group of Anunnaki. I did this shit before. I'll never forget it. I had been over my parents' house. It was about 10 o'clock that night. I said, man, let me take my ass home. Never forget, I'm driving, thinking to myself, just thinking shit. I'm like, damn, I ain't been to the hospital. And I don't know how long, I ain't had no checkup. Because, at the time, I was doing bad, didn't have no insurance and none of that shit. So I said, you know what? I had mentally asked the Anunnaki. Well, I said Elohim, though. Because, my knowledge from now and then is different. But I said the Anunnaki, Elohim, same thing. That's what I was thinking. I asked them if they could abduct me and take me on a spaceship. This is what I asked them. Asked them if they could abduct me and take me on a spaceship and do a thorough check on me to make sure that my physical body was up to par. And if it wasn't up to par, to readjust shit that needed to be fixed. So I'll never forget this shit. I was sitting in my reclining chair. I was reading. Then I got sleepy. I got tired of reading. So I laid down in the bed and I felt something on my arm. It felt real tight. A lot of pressure on my arm. And I could hear this noise saying beep, 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 beep. I said, what in the fuck going on here? I had my eyes closed. I was so relaxed. And I was sitting in this big ass recliner. The arms on it was huge. At first, I thought I was at my parents' house, and my daddy got a recliner in the living room. He had a recliner at the time, and I used to just sit in it sometimes because I thought it was relaxing. I said, "What the fuck am I doing at my mama damn house?" This is what I said. I said, "What the fuck I'm doing at my mama damn house?" Then I realized. Then I thought about it. I said, "Wait a minute. I'm supposed to be in the fucking bed." Then I was like, "Man, this ain't my daddy recliner. This motherfucker too big." So I started panicking. And when I started panicking, I heard this noise say beep, 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 beep. And then when I opened up my eyes, when I tell y'all that shit, you talking about blurry? I couldn't see shit. I don't know what the fuck they did to me. But the shit was so blurry. And when my eyes started almost clearing up, kind of like clearing up, I felt like a nigga hit me with a damn taser in my side. I'll never get this shit. And I've been skeptical about even saying this shit to the average person. Because niggas will think you crazy. But personally, I don't give a fuck. I know what I went through. Okay? Ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. I'm talking about what I went through. So, I heard something say, cling. Sound like a door had shut or something. And I got up. I still can feel that tight pressure on my arm. My side was all tingling from where it felt like somebody hit me with a taser or some shit. Man, I think they got my ass because I sure asked them to check me out. And I got some results. Most of the time I ask for some shit like that, I always get results. I might be a part of the Anunnaki bloodline, y'all. Because them motherfuckers don't care about nobody unless they a part of their bloodline. Think about the shit. Let me see what else y'all talking about. Somebody said, damn, you bold. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I sure don't. It can't get no fucked up than it has been. Well, fam, it was nice knowing you all. Happy ascending to you. Somebody think they done for. Come on, man. Hopefully I will make it. I am going to keep studying and trying to learn to take it over. I will not go out without a fight. Bang. Look, you're not the body. You just renting the body. Don't worry about that shit. This is a pit stop anyway. We are all finna go through an ascension process. Some of us gonna get stuck on the physical though, but you always got another lifetime coming through because The shit goes in cycles. Reincarnation. Some of us gonna bypass reincarnation because the jealous God, that motherfucker, he's a counterfeit. He's the how can I put this shit? He's an intruder that shouldn't even be there. So he's temporary. He shouldn't even be there. Okay? So this motherfucker, he got a shelf life. He got to go. See, even in the Bible, they talk about heaven and earth shall pass away. It tell you right there that heaven gonna pass away because the jealous motherfucker gonna be done away with. And then when you read Empress Verdacia or Empress Verda, I think it's Empress Verdacia. She wrote the book The Return of the Ancient Ones. She said in her book that the god of Sirius, Aiwass, told her that once we become X-Men, we are going to go to war with Yahweh and his host. That's what she said. That's why these motherfuckers watching the Watchers. Because they know we the Titans that's going to go to war with their ass. Think about this shit now. She said that a being came on a spaceship, told her, that came from Sirius, named Aiwass, told her he's supposed to be the chief of the Moors. The original Moors, not the ones today. I'm talking about the original Moors, the Sufis. The ones that were the custodians of the ancient Egyptians. He told her that the ones that studied the esoteric field, okay? Yeah. He told her that once we become X-Men, are going to go to war with Yahweh and his host. This why heaven gonna pass away. Heaven and earth. But yet the Christians will tell you heaven is eternal. Everlasting life. How the fuck is eternal and the damn Bible say the shit gonna pass away? Because there's a motherfucker ruling heaven that ain't supposed to be there. Yaldabaoth, the jealous God in your Bible. They read one damn book and they think it's the all of the all. The book that was translated by a bunch of murderers, rapists, robbers, enslavers. We talking about mass murderers now. We ain't talking about no little, killed 2 or 3 people here and there. I'm talking about out-deviled the devil in the Bible. Made the devil look like a holy angel. So, they got life fucked up. These Christians do. Heaven and earth shall pass away. And the motherfucker heaven definitely got to pass away. Because if Jesus letting everybody in that bitch, it's going to be chaotic. So we got to destroy heaven. So when y'all genetically unlock and become celestial beings, where you can raise your vibration to materialize and dematerialize like Sheikh Ahmadu Bamba and Simeon Toko, we got to get rid of this energy vampire draining ass motherfucker. Got to, because you got to go to the source. If you don't go to the source, the shit just going to keep happening. You can't go to the top of the tree or the trunk of the tree. You got to go rip the roots out the motherfucker to kill it. So we got to go to the source. Remember, we interdimensional beings. We just having a human experience, y'all. It's more to life than just being on this physical realm. Much more to life than being on this physical realm. If the children in Agartha or Shambhala can be mentally astral traveled by their ascended masters to go to different planets and learn, then shit, what you think about us? We got the same potential. We got the same ability. Anyway, y'all, let me get off this thing. Let me see if y'all got any more questions I might answer. Wait, what? Why are they so focused on Antarctica? Because that's where they have a lot of technology at, extraterrestrial technology. Crystals on the pyramids, yeah. Crystals all inside the earth, not just pyramids. Crystals all inside the earth. Yeah, we the Titans. Man, I gotta get some sleep. Yeah, I gotta put this body to rest. I ain't sleepy though, but I know I just put it to rest. I don't want to abuse it. The only way to fight is on the astral side. Yeah, that's the only real way to fight. Because that's where they really do their work and magic at. Yeah, Antarctica though, that's where they keep all of their extraterrestrial technology. They got technology out this world. How did we get on this planet? Shit. We are, how can I put this? This is according to Thoth the Atlantean. Pretty sure he know what he was talking about. He was taught everything in creation. We are star-born beings. Have human experience. The physical body is composed of cells, molecules, and all that shit. It was made first on the astral plane. The vibration was lowered. Everything starts on the astral first before it actually hits the physical. Okay, so this is how they're able to see into the Akashic records of the future is what's going to happen, because it's already happening on the astral plane. So when they could write Bible before the motherfucker was tampered with, you know, about a bunch of nothing ass motherfuckers, they could see in the future what was going to happen through the astral, through the Akashic records. Because before the physical ain't nothing but a delay. It's a delay of the astral. The astral is the real time frame, which really don't have no time. But the physical is a delay. Before anything happens on the physical, it happens on the astral plane. See, you have a higher self for one that's fragmented and is broke off in different dimensions. Whereas you think you just here on this dimension, hell no. You damn near everywhere. But because you have an ego, you're one person based. You're one individual. You're one mind. But once you kill an ego, you can raise yourself to a God level and see in different dimensions at one time. That's the whole point of killing the ego, to become one with the all. So you can reconnect yourself with your higher self and the fragments of yourself. Like, I mean, read Soul Traveler by Albert Tyler. He talks about when he had an out-of-body experience, he was able to see in like 4 different locations at one time. Because the man was egoless. He was able to see in different dimensions with one eye. Like looking through one lens in different areas at one time. I done did this shit before. So I know he not lying. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get off this thing. Everybody stay solid. Don't take the jab step. Take it if you want to. Do the best you could do. Find some remedies. Follow Dr. Saban. Can't trust the Anunnaki. But I'm gonna say this before I get off. The only one that ever kind of cared about us, Anunnaki, was Thoth the Atlantean. Well, he did care. Because he the one that set up the ancient mystery schools for us to go to so that we can ascend and go back to the level of being a god. That was the whole purpose of the mystery schools in Egypt. So we can get back on our god level. The rest of the Anunnaki, they ain't never gave a fuck about us. Inky kind of cared about us because he was down here having sex and shit. This was his damn near like a sex playground. Excuse me, y'all. For Inky. And also in the Sumerian time, I meant to say this shit earlier. But they used to come down here, the Anunnaki that would go inside the pyramids. And we know the motherfucker was giants because the damn doors are like 20 foot tall. Some of the doors in Egypt are like 20 foot tall. So we know they had to be giants. But it said in the Sumerian tablets that Anu would go inside one of his chambers and he would be having sex, right? And there would be other Anunnaki or women by the door chanting, doing a ritual while he have sex. So this is the way they would have sex back then, according to the Sumerian tablets. While he's having sex, you got these other women. You got women outside the door. They chanting this shit, doing a ritual. So they been doing this shit like all these sex magic. They been doing sex magic, y'all. Been doing it. Ain't none of this shit new. But anyway, the Anunnaki are not perfect. They been fucking up. Okay, that's why we fuck up. Okay, because they been fucking up. They been sex trafficking. What else they been doing? Um, they been doing homosexual shit. The Anunnaki wrestling butt naked and shit. Wrestling butt naked. Two men, but okay. Anyway, they all in cahoots with each other. All of them, because you got on Nibiru, you got Asara on Nibiru, you got Enki, Yahweh, Jehovah, Enlil. You got all these motherfuckers on Nibiru. Allah. You got who else on Nibiru? Who else? Ra, Amun Ra, which is known as Marduk. Okay, he on there. You got all these different, all of them working together. God damn it. All of them want to be a big shot. All of them want to be a big shot. Asar want to be a big shot. He all up in Egypt and shit, running Egypt. Okay, Allah on that motherfucker. He the only one really tried to do some shit. You know, some shit worth something for real. You know, he sacrificed for his brothers and sisters, right? So they had to be slaves, but we got fucked in the process. So who's the actual big shot? The actual big shot, man, that's a good ass question. The actual big shot. Because Anu is a title. It's probably, I mean, it depends on what side you're talking about. Because you got the brothers of darkness and you got the brothers of light. Okay? The brothers of darkness, it would be one of the reptilians. What is a word for him? Is an alpha reptilian. He's white looking. His skin kind of like a milky looking color. They're hairless. He would be like the big kahuna on the dark side. Then on the light side, you have, they're like one unit. They see themselves as arms of the creator because they don't have an ego. There's not like a certain one. But when you deal with this dimension, the third dimension, the big shot will be the king of the world that lives in Agartha or Shambhala. He would be the big shot. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, them two right there ain't never liked each other. And that's because it's families and shit. Because Enki half reptilian. Enlil, he's all Syrian. He look just like us. Now that's why Enki and Enlil, they always beefing. Because it's a family fight. Because the reptilians ain't never like the Syrians. Read the Akin, the Doctrine of God. Read that book. Go into it in detail. Like why, how Enki even came into being. Like how he even came into being. It talk about it in the Akin, the Doctrine of God. In order for them to stop the beef, a family member had to marry the other family. So a reptilian had to marry a Syrian. In other words, if you hurt one member of this family, you hurting your own loved one because now they got children together. See what I'm saying? So he can have reptilian, y'all. So now you can understand why the reptilians can control this dimension. Yep, Incan mother was a reptilian queen. That's right. Exactly. They even got statues of Inky Mama. Real statues. Real statues of a reptilian Inky Mama. Look it up. Real statues. Real shit. Real history. Not no biblical made up shit, allegory. Inky actually existed. I don't know if this nigga still alive or not, or if in another dimension, but he definitely existed. They got statues of it. Yeah, but that's why they been beefing. That's why the Syrians and the reptilians, they ain't never liked each other. It's like they represent light and darkness. The reptilians have a nature of like they have like a soldier nature, like a warrior nature. They can't help it. They gotta do some bad shit. That's how they was designed. They was created from chaos. So if you read the Emblem tablets, it'll tell you that shit. That these reptilians were created from chaos. They are the lower self of the universe. They're like the great mother in her lower self. Just like Yaldabaoth. Yaldabaoth ain't nothing but the the most high creator God in his lower self. So when you see when you read about Yaldabaoth in the Bible, you're really reading about the lower self of the creator God. The original creator God. The one that was before anything in creation. You're reading about the lower self of the great mother. It's a dual thing. Negative and positive. The reptilians are original to this universe because they come from chaos. In the beginning was pure chaos before order was. And they are chaos and physical manifestation. They gotta fuck up. That's how they was made. They come from chaos, the abyss. They can't help that shit. Anyway, y'all, let me get off this thing. Y'all have a great one. Peace, y'all.